All right, we are back with another video. My name is Todd from Go2 Cards, and today we are talking about should you buy Cyberstorm Access. I know we were just doing Legendary Collection 25th anniversary. Now we're moving into a new set. We're going from set to set. Super exciting. But that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking at Cyberstorm Access. Should you buy it? And my answer is no. You should not buy the sealed. You should buy the singles. But before you come at me, let me tell you why. But before I do that, just want to thank all the subscribers out there. It means a ton to us that you give us your time and you spend time with us and comments and just all the love that you give us. We are now, I think, somewhere around 128 subscribers. So we are climbing up. Super fun opening we got to do with the Legendary Collection. By the way, I don't know if anybody's pointed this out to you, but there are errors in these cards. On the top, it's where it would say divine or light or dark. A lot of them say it in a different language, German, Spanish. The ones that we got are mostly German and Spanish, so that's kind of cool. Adds a little extra thing to the set, but really fun opening that up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's go. We're going up to 200. Let's get it going. All right. Wow. I'm going to jump into Cyberstorm Access, tell you why I don't think that you should buy this set. But before I tell you why you shouldn't, let me just say I absolutely love this set. I've been looking forward to this set for quite a while. I love the cards in here. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. You've got the perfect mixture of the waifus and the dragons, and I mean it just comes together so beautifully. It's an amazing set. I love it. I've been looking forward to it. I'm going to get a lot of these cards, and the cards in here are good. In fact, I would go so far to say that this set will change the meta. In fact, I think that if you don't think that this set will change the meta, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy, because the support that 5 decks are getting is going to move those 5 decks right up there with Kashtira. And I think that you're going to be looking at these 5 decks in Kashtira at your locals and regionals, YCSs, because this set really does change the meta. So now I've just talked about how much I love it, but at the same time, I just told you not to buy it. How does that work? Well, there's a couple problems with this set. Overall, I love what Konami is doing, but the first problem and the biggest problem that this set has is that there's really not a whole lot of generic cards in here. Almost every card in here is part of some archetype or some deck. And I'm primarily talking about the high rarity cards. When you get up to those secrets and ultras, most of those cards are working with a very specific deck. There's nothing generic in here. So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, there's no triple tactics thrust. There's no triple tactics talent. There's no forbidden droplet. There's no evenly matched. There's no pot of prosperity, pot of extravagance. There's not even an ultimate slayer in this set. All the really good cards, or most of them, fall into a very specific deck or a group of decks, and they can't be played universally. What that does is it makes it so that if you're not playing one of the decks, the 5 decks that this set gives big time support to, there's not a whole lot of reason to go in and buy this set. There's no amazing chase card that everybody has to have. Now, I know some people are saying Chaos Angel. That's the chase card. The next video I do on Cyberstorm Access, we're going to get into the actual cards, cards that you should be buying. So today we're just looking at this in general terms, but there's no real chase card in Cyber Angel or Chaos Angel. Just isn't it. It's not there for a couple reasons, which I'll go over in a bit. But you need to have those spell and trap generic cards to really push a set over the top, to make it a set that you've got to invest in. And this set doesn't have it. And the reason why it's generally the spells and the traps is pretty simple. You need 3. And when you have to buy 3 high rarity spells and traps, now I know that you don't like this, but that is what pushes a set up. It's what drives the price of that card up. And that in turn is going to make the sealed worth more. And that in turn could actually have the effect of making the rest of the cards in the set more. You've got to have that chase. And it's got to be a 3 of. And this set doesn't have it. All those cards I mentioned to you before, they're all cards that drove the sets because they were a 3 of and they were generic, and this set doesn't have anything like that. The second problem with this set is closely tied to the first problem, but the second problem is most of the chase cards are extra deck monsters. And extra deck monsters you generally only need 1 of. Or maybe you need 2 of it. But you generally aren't playing 3 of it. And because of that, that card is going to drop in value. Because there's going to be just as many of them on the market, but people don't need to buy 3 of them. They only need to buy 1 of them. So, to give you an example, whenever I was selling Triple Tactics Thrust, people were buying them as 3. They were buying 3 of them. They were buying a playset of them. I don't think I sold hardly any singles of Triple Tactics Thrust. It was always 3. 3, 3, 3. But now I'm selling Chaos Angel, and Chaos Angel is going to be selling as 1. What that's going to do is it's going to drive the price of that card down. Same thing with your branded extra deck cards. It's going to drive the price down. Same thing with your not punk, but the Gold Pride cards. It's going to because the chase cards in this set are extra deck cards that you only need 1 at most 2. It's going to drive the price down. The cards are going to fall out because there's just as many on the market, but you only need 1 rather than 3. And those 2 reasons in and of themselves are enough to push you towards buying the singles, because the singles are going to be cheaper and the sealed is still going to be the price of the sealed. The other reason that I think that you should go in on the singles is because the decks that they're supporting, there's 5 of them really. And if you break those down, you're going to have 3 decks that are being supported with high rarity cards and 2 decks that are being supported with super low rarity cards. So for example, your Pearly is a common. Nobody anticipated that, but it's a common. And so the big chase in Pearly is a common. Well, you're not going to buy a sealed product, $70 or more, for a common. You just buy the common, or somebody is kind enough to give it to you. If you were at my locals, I'd just give it to you. The same thing with the Super Heavy Samurai. Most of those cards are coming in at super or common. And if that's the case, then you're not going to buy sealed for your super heavy samurais because they're so cheap. You just go get the cards you need and you don't have to worry about the sealed. The only people, because there's no generic and because two of the decks that this set supports have super low rarity, the only people that should even be considering going in on this set are people that are playing Branded, Gold Pride, or if you're interested in playing the new Manadome set. Other than that, it should be a no-brainer to not buy the sealed. But let's say that you are playing one of those decks and you're considering buying the sealed. You know as well as I do. You go into your locals, you put down $150, $160, you get 2 boxes, you're going to get 4 secrets in those 2 boxes, and then you're going to get what? You're going to get 8 ultras. You know as well as I do that if you're a Branded player, most of those cards you're going to get are Manadome cards or Gold Pride cards. And if you're a Gold Pride player, you're going to get Branded cards. You're not going to get all the cards you need by buying the sealed without spending an enormous amount of money. Just go and buy the singles because they're gonna fall out. And the reason they're gonna fall out, I already told you, they're 1-ofs or 2-ofs at most. You're not going to need 3 of it. There's no triple tactics thrust in here. There's no pot of prosperity. There's no cards that are going to hold this set up. It's going to fall out. And when it falls out, you buy the singles. I'll give you that information on the next video. But as far as I'm concerned, sealed is not the way to go. Now, I do have the announcement of the giveaway, and I forgot to do this at the beginning. My apologies, but we do have 2 winners for the giveaway for the 100 subscriber giveaway. Each of you is going to get one of those quarter century rares, and it's the one that you told me that you wanted. So the first winner is John Woodard. If I mess that up, I apologize. I'll make up to it with a Red Eyes quarter century rare. I'm going to send this out to you. I'll send you my information and you send me your address, and I will get this out to you. The second winner, I'm definitely going to mess up this name, is, I'm just going to say your first and your last, and I'll just give you your middle initial. But G.W. Lee, you got the Slifer. Here we go. These 2 cards I'm going to send out to you two just for being awesome, for subscribing, for being supportive. The last thing that I want to bring up is if you're interested in receiving more of these as giveaways, let me know. Leave a comment saying, yes, I would definitely want another round of giveaways of these, because I would certainly consider doing that. I've got some extras here, so keep that in mind. Leave a comment. Let me know. If I don't hear from anybody, I'll just assume that you don't. But my name is Todd from Code 2 Cards. I am out of here.